Hello, and welcome to episode 537 of Prog Review. And today I'm talking about Kraftwerk's 3D Catalogue, but I'm going to be talking about this. This is the CD box set. I'm going to be talking about the whole thing. I'm going to do the whole thing, all of it, apart from the single vinyl or the double vinyl, whatever it was, because I didn't get that sent to me. But I have been looking at the disc box set, the single Blu-ray DVD, the big Blu-ray box set, and the vinyl. Yeah, it's a strange campaign, this one. To explain it, Kraftwerk have done numerous tours, doing museum tours where they played live at museums. And what they've done is they've recorded all of these and videoed them, and for posterity, and they've brought this box set out. Yeah, so starting with the 8 CD and the 9 disc, it's actually 8 discs, but then one's a double. I know. We'll start with the music side of things first. What we have here on these box sets is each album being represented again, but the live material. It's an interesting thing. I don't think any band has ever done that before. I've actually kind of gone back and released their albums but done live. What you'll notice is all background noise and audience noise has been excised out, so it sounds very clean, very sterile. The recordings are fantastic. They're really good. I mean, I've listened to some of the CD set, but I've mainly been listening to the vinyl because that's the way things run. But they're the same. From what I gather, they are the same. They are the same thing. And yeah, I mean, it's a really odd thing because they sound, they're not exactly the same as the original albums. They're different. Bits are shortened and track listings are flipped around in some of the cases, like Trans Europe Express. Autobahn is cut down. So if you're kind of a purist, you're not going to necessarily want that because you'll want the full fat. And this is why I've had a trouble with this box set, because it's like, well, who's going to buy this? Who's going to want it? If you like the band, if you like them live, you're not necessarily going to want to. Are you going to want to listen to each album replicated live, but with edits and things moved around? I don't know. It's an odd thing. It's a real curate's egg. It's a real curiosity. But saying that, both box sets are done really well. With the CD box set, you do get a booklet. You don't get that with the vinyl, which is a bit of a shame. It's like, well, come on, we're paying more. Well, give us could have slipped a booklet in there, but there's no booklet per se, not like that. I really like the vinyl. The sound of the vinyl was really nice. The quality was good. The only thing I think they missed the trick was maybe each vinyl could have been the same colour as the sleeve, so red, yellow, because you've got all these primary colours going on. I think that would have been visually striking and quite eye-catching. One thing to say, one idea is if you did miss out on the catalogue, the catalogue compilation I had a few years back now on CD, and I don't know if it was released on vinyl. It might have been. I'm sure someone will correct me. If you never got that, I suppose this is one way of having that, but as a substitution, sort of thing. If you wanted those albums on vinyl in a big box, or if you wanted a cheaper version, in a CD, it's one way of kind of owning that product. But that's what I mean. But it's not. It isn't. It isn't. It's a very strange thing. But in terms of music, in terms of quality and quantity, it's good stuff. It's enjoyable. I enjoyed it. But again, you have to ask yourself, who is it aimed at and who is going to buy it? I was sitting there thinking, well, would I buy this? And I was saying, well, no, I wouldn't. Well, I didn't. That's why it was nice to have Atlantic send me the stuff. When it was announced, I was kind of in two minds, because it was like, well, it was just I couldn't get my head around it. But on hearing it, it is very interesting to hear. But again, I don't know. You tend to fall back to the original releases. But that's not to say it's bad. It's not. It's well done. It's just, it's like a perfect copy, if you know what I mean. But some details have been changed. It's like the Mona Lisa, but instead of her smiling, she's dabbing. That's a modern reference, which will go completely out of date in 10 years' time. So anyway, moving on to the visual side of things. The Blu-ray, so you've got the Blu-ray DVD and you've got the extended one. Very good stuff. It's all in surround sound. It's expanded on the big box set. You've seen that. You've seen that. Again, if you've got the money and you really like Kraftwerk, you're going to go for the big box set, but it's dominated by a really big book, you know. It's odd. The book is massive and huge, and it's almost like the Blu-rays are thrown in as an extra. I wouldn't go for that. Even though I like the book, it's a shame like there's not. It's a really odd comp. I can't understand if you're watching the Blu-rays. Why would you need the book? Because you've already seen the visuals. Whereas I think the book would probably sit better with the audio. You know, because it gives you something to look at whilst you're listening to the albums. You know, or am I just thinking out loud? I don't know. But that's odd. I thought the Blu-ray DVD is the best version, you know, of the whole package. You know, it's 20 odd quid. If you just want to dip your toe in, it's really good. They intercut the live concerts with the background things, whereas again on the big book set it's the performance and the film separately. So it's kind of, you take your pick. The other one's more kind of edited together. Sound quality is fantastic. It's in 5.1 and it's Dolby Atmos if you've got one of those fancy amplifiers, which I don't. I've just got 7.1. Oh, look at him, he's only got 7.1. All this technology. So yeah, I mean, it was very interesting to get this and to listen to it and to hear it, you know, and to experience the set, because it was a set that I wasn't going to cover. I just didn't know how to approach it. But now I've experienced it all. If you're a diehard, then it's going to be pretty tempting for you to go for that big Blu-ray box set with the book, but very expensive. And the same with the vinyl. And like I say, it's a shame there's no booklet with the vinyl. You know. So my advice, if you like, you know, yeah, pick up that and get the Blu-ray DVD. Well, that's still going to be about 70 quid. So, yeah, it's odd. Now I'm surprised it didn't do like a really big box set with the book, the vinyls. Do you imagine that? It'd be about 500 quid. But yeah, this is where, you know, sometimes you have these campaigns and they just seem just a bit schizophrenic, you know. You don't know who they're trying to please, you know, because, you know, who's going to buy all of it? You know, it just seems to be that it's not quite covering all the bases. It's covering some of it and not the others. But yeah, I mean, yeah. So there, one for the diehards, I think. One for the diehards, because again, if you're a casual user, you'd probably be better off just getting a compilation, like was it the mix or whatever, which is included. They've done a live version of that with this 3D headphones thing, which I don't know, it just doesn't seem to work for me. Yeah. Anyway, so I think I've covered it all in terms of a rating. I mean, I think this comes out best. You know, even though again it is cut down, you know, was it 8 tracks? How long is it? Is this how long? I can't. Oh, I wished I could read it. Running time of 77 minutes, I think it says there. Whenever you print black on red, it just does my bleeding eyes in. So it's just over an hour, whereas you get a lot more with the big. Again, this is why they're doing it. They're cutting it down so you know. Yeah, it's like a dealer. The dealer's going, here, have try some of this. Then I'll hit you up with the good stuff. There is also, like I say, a double vinyl, which I think follows this. Like I say, it's really all over the show. I don't know how to advise you. I really don't know how to advise you. I'd probably check out that if if you're interested in, because it's also 3D as well. It's got 3D. Is it 3D, just 3D sound, or is it 2D compatible? I don't know. Keep your glasses at the ready, eh? I haven't got a 3D television, so it doesn't work for me. I really don't know how to advise you on this, because it is so scattershot. It's just a real of a package. But yeah, I'd say go for that. Go for that, because you see the visuals, you get the music. It's in 5.1, and it's Blu-ray and DVD. So I think it's about 20 quid at the moment. So that's a good one. The CD set, yeah, it's nice. You get, you've seen all this. It's I think it's about 50 quid. I think that's good value for money. But I'm not bringing the vinyl box sets over. They're over there. They're too heavy. I don't get a hernia. The vinyl box set again is very nice. About 140 quid. If you're into vinyl, you'll probably love it, because the quality of the vinyl is really good. I know some people have said they've complained about the quality. Yeah, the inners are a bit rough and ready. What can you do? I think some of the they've scrimped on the inner bags. They could have been a little bit more deluxe, separate inner bags perhaps. But yeah, if you're a vinyl freak, you'll like it. And as for the big Blu-ray thing, it's a big meal. It's a big old meal. I don't know. Just take your pick. Just take your pick. But you've got to be real mega fans for that. But that's what these are for. These are for the mega fans. So thank you for watching. I think I've done a real pig's ear of reviewing that. There is I'm sure there's a more satisfying combination, but I haven't figured it out. Maybe no, because that book's, you've seen that book. It's absolutely, yeah, absolutely huge. You could stun an ox with that book, couldn't you? But if you've got any questions, leave them in the comments box. I do my best to answer them if you're curious about the set. And I think we'll leave it. Oh, I've got to give it a rating. Oh crap. Oh god. I'm going to give it 3 man machines out of 5. 3 man machines out of 5. Because it is, as a campaign, it's just all over the place. They're encouraging people to spend a lot of money. Because really the people are going to buy either CD box set and the Blu-ray deluxe, or the vinyl and the Blu-ray deluxe. And I think that's just, I don't know. There's not a good combination here. It's not like they brought out the 2 Blu-ray or double. Too many, too much. This is where a campaign goes crazy. I think lessons need to be learnt here, because too much choice. But I'm going to give it a, what did I say? 3 man machines overall. But you're better off getting the Blu-ray DVD if you want value for money, or the vinyl. There's the double vinyl. I didn't get that, but looking at it, that's probably another one to get. And this is when everyone says, Darren, you're just such a shit reviewer. I've done my best. I've got Kraftwerk going around my head. It's like, oh, do. I'm like, oh, I've been living, breathing Kraftwerk for the entire week. But anyway, thank you for watching, and thank you again for Atlantic for sending me all this stuff. It's been very, very interesting to get through. And hopefully we'll do this all again soon. There's only one more thing to say, and by Jiminy, you know what that is, and that is Prog on.